new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, build life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
Grand Rising City, beautiful people, billionaires. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show. And I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The book that I wrote, guys, is a study of Black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way, but if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. You can find that book by simply going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. You'll find that link in the description above or below of today's broadcast. Today's episode is being brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, which specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts. They can pick you up some toothpaste, some dashikis, all that good stuff as well. Now we have in our inventory all of your PPE, your personal protective equipment. Hey, don't be fooled, guys, just because they're opening up certain places or certain states or whatever the case may be. You still must protect your house. It's your responsibility. So I encourage you to make sure that you stay protected at all times, because the thing is just not, if it was a thing, it did not just vanish like a fart in the wind. So don't be stupid. Don't be fooled, right? Don't be cruel to yourself. Right, make sure you have your gloves, your sanitizer, all the good stuff. We're going to continue to provide this stuff for you guys. And we just got a clearance through customs. So our N95s and our N99s are back on sale, and we should be able to fulfill those orders pretty soon. Here at ERGJ Black Bazaar, we want you guys to remember this, that once you shop Black, you never go back. Take a look at the website at www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. All right, beautiful people, man. I am feeling a certain kind of way this morning, and I'm going to talk about a few things. And with my guest that's here today, we can talk about Better Life Part 2, a Better Life Part 2, and I just can't wait to have such an engaging conversation with this brother as we talk about one of the things I think we need to talk more about, which is money, wealth, finance, all that good stuff, man. Because listen, guys, we have got to get to a place where we know it's important. We got to get a place where we make it important, make it a priority, right? We can all say, oh, we know that's the biggest challenge. That's the biggest hurdle for us to overcome at this point in time in the world, in life, is the economic part. But yet we still keep talking about everything else but economics. Help me. All right. Now, here's the deal, guys. Hit the like button, the share button if you care. Like button, the share button if you care. Why? This is free financial education for the nation. Free financial education for the nation. Love to know who's here with us as well, as we're broadcasting across the World Wide Web, across Facebook, YouTube, and also Instagram. That's right, Facebook, YouTube, and also Instagram. I'm looking for my little like button and share button. I don't know. Oh, there it is. All right, man. See who's here. Good morning to you, Urban Farms. Ooh, Urban Farm sister. Thanks so much for joining us here today on YouTube, Queen. How are you? Queen Vivian is joining us over at YouTube as well. Thanks so much for joining us here today. What's going on, Queen Adrian? How are you? Good morning to you. Queen Kifty is here with us. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining. Queen Gigi has showed up once again. Thanks so much for joining. King Loki is up in the house, man, out of Charleston, South Carolina, man. King Ryan Scott is up in here out of Dallas, Fort Worth area. Hey, man, I got a lot to say, but I'm trying to hold it in a little bit, because now let me be honest. I woke up mad this morning, okay? I mean, I woke up with a grateful heart, but then I started looking at stuff, and I start realizing, right? I start realizing how convoluted, how manipulative, how we keep getting punked. And I'm not happy about that. And so I don't know what I'm going to say today. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth today. That's why I'm glad I got a guest. So I ain't got to say a whole lot because I am pissed. And I'm telling you, at the point where you start getting pissed about what's happening to us in this goddamn country, yeah, I'm pissed. Shout out to Thomas Freeman, by the way. Right? Hit me up yesterday. This is why it's good to have good brothers and sisters around you that can just kind of, because I can't see everything. I can't watch everything. I'm only one guy. But when you got two guys, and then you got three guys, and then you got three guys and a sister, and then you got three guys and two sisters, and then you add another brother, and then another sister, man, you start talking about having some power. That's why Jesus had 12 disciples, by the way. Hey, he can say, I can walk a long time by myself. That's why Forrest Gump, when he start running, more people start running with him. Right? So he called me yesterday and said, hey, check this out. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And hey, and we're going to talk about that here today. Right? But thank God for good brothers who say, man, I better hit him up because I just want to make sure he see what I'm seeing. We had a long conversation about it. And what did I say to him? I said, it's time to load up the wagons. And that will be, it's time to load up the wagons. I want you guys to understand this, right? The window of opportunity to get rich is very small. Very small for the common people. Because we don't control the movement of this stuff. All we can do is if we use a little bit of our brain and we use a little bit of our foresight and lose a little bit of our insight, we can sneak in when they think we're not paying attention. And we can grab some of it. But I'm telling you, it's a very small window. And here's what I found. Black folk move slow. They got to think about it. No, it wasn't nothing to think about. I said, let's load up the wagons now. Whew, Lord. Let me pay homage to my ancestors real quick because I don't know what's coming out. Maybe I get Malcolm X, can you help me, brother? Dr. Martin Luther King, can I call upon your spirit? Marcus Garvey, I need you, brother. Oh, Lord, Harriet Tubman, come on. Hey, pay attention to the opposite, man. African-American inventions that changed the world, African-American inventions that changed the world. Hey, man, this is what's going on, man. We got today Miss Sarah Boone. Miss Sarah Boone, now I know that name might be familiar to some people, but hey, it may not be. And here on this show, when you learn something new, you just put in the comments below pineapples. This is how we do it. Okay. Sarah Boone. She's the second African-American woman to receive a U.S. patent. In 1892, it's over 120 years ago, she invented the improved ironing board. Sarah Boone in 1892. Now, the reason why I love to do this is because it helps us now to understand it. If they could do something that changed the world back then, surely we can do something now to change the world right now. And if it ain't the whole world, damn, at least it could be our world. At least it could be my world. All right. In 1892, Boone was awarded a patent for her invention of the improved ironing board. The popularity of her invention grew very quickly due to its sleek and sophisticated design. Her ironing board was made of a narrow wooden board that featured collapsible legs and a padded cover. It was designed to be folded and put away in a closet or another small confined area. Her ironing board improved the quality of ironing board sleeves and other parts of men and women's garments. Boone was the second African-American woman that was awarded a U.S. patent. Miss Sarah Boone here today on the Money and Power Show. The inventor of the improved ironing board in 1892. We put some respect on your name. That's right. Put some respect on that, man. What's going on with you, man? Grand Rising to you. Urban Pharmacist said, I'm doing great. That's right. Good morning to you. Silky Black is in the house, man. Louisville, Kentucky. Smoke like a butterfly. Sting like a bee, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Asia's out of Delaware. Oh, she hit somebody or tagged somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Sydney Millie, good morning to you. How are you? Thanks so much for joining us. Shar G, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show. Good morning to you, Kenata Downer, YouTube. Thanks so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Mr. Logic Weathersby. Good morning to you over at Instagram. How are you? Pitbull's in the house. Jamila Walker, the real estate queen, is in the house. Megan Capri is in the house as well. Let me introduce my guest, man. Mr. Logic Weathersby, who is the founder of the Better Life Institute or something like that. He was here with us last Tuesday. He did so nice. We had to bring him back twice. All right, man. Let me introduce you guys to Mr. Lodrick. How you doing today, brother?
What's going on, family? How you doing, brother?
Man, you know what? I'm gonna let my anger fuel me to make better decisions and figure out a way to just give my people even more. But I'm doing all right, man. I'm feeling fine. I just, you know, my desire to help, my desire to heal, my desire to change my people is just paramount at this particular time in my life. I'm willing to die for my brother and my sister. Wow. How you doing?
I love it, brother. I'm good. It's a great morning. You know, I'm of a different persuasion. Every day alive is a good day.
Absolutely, man. Well, there's some people that wasn't here last week, Dr. Lodrick, and definitely want to make sure that they get understanding who's speaking to us here today. So if you could give us a little introduction, tell us who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and why the heck we should listen to you.
Man, I told everybody here last week I'm from Chicago. And being from Chicago, growing up in the 80s, opened my mind to so many things. I moved to Atlanta in 1998, and I've been here ever since. And the crazy part about it, even when I think about it in hindsight, so many people came to Atlanta and left. They came expecting one thing, were totally unprepared for anything outside of that, and so they're gone. And so to be here for 22 years has shown me the need to do what I do. I founded a company called the Better Life Institute because I looked up and realized all of the stuff that we really, really need, nobody gave us. So so that's why we teach the better life. My big brother Jesus says, I come that you might have life more abundantly. And that abundantly is holistic, it's full. And so I believe we should be able to have everything in it that we can. Another big reason why I'm here is because I love helping us. I'm an educator by trade, advanced degrees. Y'all pray all of my strengths in the Lord. I got to get this dissertation published. Y'all really pray for me. But it's so awesome because I get a perspective to see in so many different ways. So you'll hear me say some stuff later. My big brother Evan is always killing it. Honor and kudos to my big brother Evan for doing what he does. It's not easy helping people. Harriet Tubman is often quoted as saying she could have freed more slaves had they only known it. So there comes a frustration when you want to help people. Evan said earlier, Black folks move slow. Yes, unfortunately, Black folks move slow, and not just because they were the last one to get the news either. Yeah, so we're here. We're gonna talk about some money. I approach financial mastery from a different perspective. I believe that your money is always a mirror of your mind, and that your mind should pour back into your money. But most of us won't let it shape our mind first, so we miss some of the benefits. So we're here. We're gonna talk today. You never know what's gonna come out.
Hey, man, repeat that part again. You said you believe that money is a mirror of your mind. Can you give that to us again?
Yeah. Money is the mirror to your mind. So if ever anybody wants to know what you value, what you think about often, if anybody wants to know, how you see the world, all they have to do is look at your money, because your money will always show where your heart is, and your heart will always show where your thoughts are. And that's how we get in trouble. So instead of us understanding that there's a mindset to it all, we just run out and do it. We run out and play with it. We realize we screwed it up. Sometimes it's too late to go fix it.
Well, everybody putting console, money is the mirror of the mind. Oh my goodness. I say this all the time, bro. I say, you can tell me what you desire. You can tell me what you want. You can tell me what you value. But then all I need to do is look at your bank account, tell me where you spend your money at, and then I'll tell you what you value.
Right.
So right. Put your money where your mouth is. That's a great quote. Man, but first, what we're going to do first is we're going to first take a look at this market. Now, before we get into the market, I just want to preface this and say, I wrote a book. And that book, you just picked it up last week. That book is a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world. I want to know in the comments below, right, that are those that are watching us here, we got 12 billionaires. Now we got more than that now. We got about 14 now, but this is based off the book. We had 12 billionaires at the time we wrote the book that were Black, right? And about half of them, right, got that way a certain way. Does anybody want to take a guess? what they did, what they were involved in, what they acquired, how they got so uber wealthy as Black billionaires. What were they into? Anybody want to take a guess? I'll just leave that right there. Anybody want to take a guess? Well, now obviously it's got to be an industry big enough
No.
for you to get to billionaire status. It's got to be for you to get to billionaire status. So what industry do you think half of the Black billionaires who became billionaires, what industry were they in? See, this is why you like, hey, let me just actually invest and get the book. Because then I can learn about what's really going on if I want to just continue to elevate financially and stop listening to Poor Dad and stop watching all of the, bought and over leveraged athletes. What do you think they were in? Huh?
Real estate.
Somebody said the stock market, finance. Let's see here. Health and beauty aids. Let's keep going. Anybody want to take a guess? It's in the book, but of course, many of us probably haven't gotten the book. We don't study the book. Anybody else? I'm still looking for an answer. Anybody else? Resources. What resource? Be specific. Anybody else? It's got to be an industry big enough for you to become a billionaire, right? Anybody else? Real estate. Anybody else? Keep going. I'm still looking for the answer. Nope. Keep going. Anybody else? Anybody else? Knowledge. Okay, that's good. Anybody else? Come on now. Come on now. Some of y'all done read the book. See, I wrote the book in such a way, Doctor, that you actually say, well, I can read it for leisure, say, oh, look at the nice pictures, and oh, I learned some new stuff, or I can read it to study.
Read to know versus read to learn.
Talk to us a little bit about that reading. You brought it up to us last week. Let's recap that again. Reading to know versus reading to learn.
Man, that was so good, brother. So let me pause. I'm gonna come back to this in a second. So I was doing an Uber trip years ago, and the lady I picked up, we were up in Alpharetta, Johns Creek, something like that. For those who don't live in Atlanta, that is the northern section of our area. And to live up there, if you're not making 200,000, it's hard. Okay. And so she said, well, we've got to go get my son. Okay, great. We're going to the daycare. She said, yeah, because I forgot to give him his lunch. How'd you forget his lunch? She said her 4-year-old was at school, preschool, learning coding. Her 4-year-old was being set up at 4 to learn coding. What does it have to do with learning to know versus learning to learn? See, at 4 years old, he doesn't understand that this one thing he's taught is going to go in this direction, way, way up ahead, because at 4 years old, he's still learning just to learn. He's still learning because it's new. He's still learning because it's something different. He's still excited when he goes into a room that he's never been in before, and the light switch looks totally different. At 4 years old, they are taking his love of learning and they're getting him ready for coding. We get in trouble because we don't even have a love for knowledge, which means we're going to learn one specific thing and we're picking up one specific book to learn one specific thing. So learning to learn means I'm gonna learn everything that's available, whereas learning to know means I only care about this one little thing, which is why we can go to Google and we can go find shoes, hats, purses, all this other kind of stuff. But because we don't learn to learn, we don't value learning, we don't go to Google to learn the stuff that nobody will teach us, the stuff that will make wealth a reality. So it's learning to learn. Oh, that's the big learning, or learning to know. That's the little learning. And we got to come out of the little learning.
Absolutely, man. So we finally got an answer. Right. Right answer is oil. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Most of the top of the top billionaires are in Africa. Okay. They're not in America. They're in Africa. Our black billionaires are in Africa. And they own oil. Okay. One of the greatest resources of wealth in the world. It's not the only one, and it's not all. I mean, obviously they do other things as well, but that is the predominant piece that has driven them to billionaire status. Right now, of course, you have it's 12 of them, right? But I said the majority of them, which are in Africa, invested in oil. Isn't that interesting? And so just yesterday, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Just yesterday, got a call from Mr. Freeman. Right? We've been talking about. How long I've been talking about? I mean, really, if y'all been following the show, how long have I been talking about oil? For quite a while. Like, listen, like, listen, come on. I'm trying to give y'all hints. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I can only do so much because at the end of the day, you got to think for yourself. But I said, man, look at this. So yesterday we had a historic day. A historic day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no way. There's absolutely no way that oil is going to go below $10. It's even get to $10 because it had never been there ever in life since it's been around. And then lo and behold, not only did it get to $10, not only did it get it to $0, it got to -$. And they were literally saying, you know what? They're literally paying people because of the supply and the lack of demand, simple economics. They now have oversupply in their warehouses that they got to actually get rid of because they got new oil that they ain't stopped pumping for oil yet, by the way. So they could, have some place to store the new oil. Out with the old, in with the new, right?
Yes.
So we got all the way to negative, like
$37.
So
they said, yeah.
Which means that they were paying people to come get this damn oil. They were paying people to go get the oil. Can you imagine? Now, you got to ask yourself, okay, that happened yesterday. Then, all of a sudden, when we wake up this morning, right? Because they see the money never stops moving. At all. We might go to sleep, but money's still moving. So, lo and behold, when we wake up this morning, look at this. Oil's at $16.38. That's a from negative 37 to 16 plus 37, that's about $53.
Mm-hmm.
From where it was yesterday. And I was screaming. I was putting out posts. I was like, hey, listen, come on, it's time. Let's load the wagon. This is what we've been waiting on. And I'm telling you, the opportunity, the window of opportunity to get rich, it moves a little bit faster than black folk are willing to move.
Big truth, brother. Big truth. Because for so long we've been playing the game without the rule book. We don't even know the patterns that are consistent. Because all business is a cycle. I hear you, brother.
So, Logic, but here's the thing. Let's keep talking about this, right? So, this is where you start asking yourself, how and why? Here's the how part. If it was an oversupply yesterday at negative 37, it's still an oversupply today. They didn't get rid of all that oil. So how is it at $16.38 right now? That doesn't make any sense. So once you begin to start asking how, you realize this is called the manipulation of the market.
No such thing as a free market.
Right? There's no way it went from negative 37, then all of a sudden now it's at 16.38, unless there was a manipulation of the market. But those who participated in the results from the manipulation,
right?
And you were able to get in at negative, even if you get it at negative 37, negative 10, negative 5, 0, it don't matter. 2. You're gonna wake up this morning. Think about it. I'm just from negative 37, $50. I can't even conceptualize what that is percentage wise to go from negative to positive. You know what I'm saying? I can go from 1 to 2. That's 100%. But to go from negative 37 to 16, which is a $53 jump, I can't even really figure out how to do that math myself. But I just know it's a lot.
Wow, brother.
I just know it's a huge percentage. So we have manipulation going on in the market. And we keep getting punked. You know what I'm saying? We keep getting punked. Because, like you said, it seems as though we don't really value knowledge, in particular financial education.
Mm-hmm.
To learn about this and to understand that they will manipulate the market. Why? Because they control the market, and the only thing they're concerned about is getting rich. And what we seem to be concerned about is feeling good.
Bruh, so watch this. So I have a class through Better Life Institute called Class Changers. And I don't want to release it. I get nervous with this because it's the kind of stuff that gets you killed. We get in trouble because as lower class folks, we are so stuck in the moment. I don't care where you go in the world. When you go deal with the lower class of that society, they are stuck in the moment. That's why we will eat fast food instead of cooking. That's why we'll buy some microwavable, pop it in the thing, and we don't understand why we got diabetes, high blood pressure, because all of the crap is in the food because we won't wait to cook. Lower class. Now, the middle class is what you just said, concerned about being comfortable because they can kind of afford to be more comfortable, but they get stuck in being comfortable. Because in my little middle class pocket is like, we got to get this wealth going because the upper class, they can focus on a choice. No matter what happens, they have a choice. No matter what happens, I don't have to go do this for money because they've got a choice. Whereas the lower class and the middle class, they haven't gotten there yet because they're so concerned about today or survival, or they're so concerned about being comfortable instead of putting the stuff in place so their choice can define them at every moment.
So, Dr. Rusby, man, let me ask you this, man. Like, if you just got the book, and you may have already known this, I'm not quite sure. But if you learned that half of the people who look like you and were uber wealthy, that they owned oil in some form or fashion,
right?
What would that cause you to do?
I'm going to find a way to do what they did. I may not do it to the same degree, but I'm going to find a way to do what they did. And the crazy part is, an investment strategy doesn't have to be the whole strategy. That could just be a part. Like you said, they all aren't just in oil, but oil just helped a whole bunch of them get there faster. Hint, hint, clue, clue. So, yeah, we should, but we don't.
I'm going to bring something up here, brother, because you just mentioned something about comfort. I'll bring something up. So it says comfort is a drug. I'm going to let you break this down for us. Comfort is a drug. Once you get used to it, it becomes addicting. Give a weak man consistent sex and good food and cheap entertainment, and he'll throw his ambitions right out the window. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Everybody put that in console. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Dr. Leathersby, man, what say you about this meme, which is very freaking powerful?
The worst part is what makes a man weak is the sharpening of his will. What makes a man weak is the sharpening of his will. And what I mean, this is not talking about strength, physical strength as in weak. This week is talking about the decision-making ability and to stick with it. And that's why comfort is so important. That's why comfort is used in the fight of the classes. That's why they always talk about the middle class is evaporating. Well, it should. The Bible says this: woe to them that are at ease or comfortable. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst. Two totally different extremes. And so the comfort gets us in trouble because it takes us away from everything that will last. Comfort is what tells me I don't feel like getting up to go run because it's warm in here, but I don't get the results. Yeah, the comfort zone is it. And then it says sex, food, and entertainment. And the reason most of us don't build wealth is because we haven't mastered those three things. Ooh, it's quiet in the feed. It's quiet in the feed. Good food, cheap entertainment. Good food, cheap entertainment. It's not going to see a Broadway show that's messing people up. It's the cheap entertainment. How many people get lost in Netflix? And I haven't. No, actually, I got Hulu and Amazon. But how many people get lost in the cheap entertainment? We would rather go binge out on Netflix, Hulu, like this for hours instead of doing the stuff that makes us strong. That's all I'm saying, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Man, and I'm thinking about these three areas, right? Sex, multi-billion-dollar industry, from porn to toys to, and a matter of fact, we're gonna have a toy guy on our show on Thursday. All right, good food, right? Obviously, everybody got to eat, so we understand. I can understand that. You know, if that was the only thing, I think we'd still have our ambitions. But that cheap entertainment, you know, are we not entertained? It's like an insatiable desire to always like if I have to sit here for just 10 minutes and think,
entertainment,
I'm bored. I gotta have some entertainment. And for me, brother, I made a decision in my life that my dreams will become my television, and I will work on my goals and my objectives, and that became fun to me.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I don't want to put everybody in the comments below. It's fun making money. I have fun. I have fun mastering the market. I have fun seeing my account go from 1,200 to 1,300 to 1,500. It ain't no fun though. My homies can't have none.
There's a reason the top is lonely. It is not a lie that it's lonely at the top. That's not a lie. It's true because, like you just said, most of us get to our top, wherever that is, and the people we grew up with, the people that we were raised with, the people we went to school with, for the most part, they choose not to be there because comfort is a drug. Comfort is a drug. It has been proven that your brain changes based upon what you do. And so it becomes a self-fulfilling cycle that what we see is what we want. Faith comes by hearing, seeing, touching, tasting, and smelling. And if all we ever see is the easy way, the cheap entertainment, then of course we're going to begin to think everything should come kind of easy, which means ambition is going out the window.
Man, it's a great quote, brother, that comes from Les Brown. He says this. He said, if you want your life to be easy, then do what's hard.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want your life to be hard, then do what's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if you want your life to be easy, then do what's hard. I want you to think about some things in your life that you might look at as challenging, or you might look at as hard. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking about some of the things that I should have learned, that I could have learned, that I looked at and I said, man, that's too hard. But if I would have took the time to go through that process of learning it, it could have made my life easier.
Yeah.
Bro, I want you to name one thing in your life that you recognize that you shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it seemed like it was too hard, and you gave up on it. And that thing could have made your life easier. But instead, we chose the easy thing, and we still find our life to be a little bit hard or harder. What are your thoughts on that quote from Les Brown, Doctor?
The late great Jim Rohn says something really similar. He says, "Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skill." And sometimes we forget that eating a good steak is damn near impossible with a plastic fork. And so it's not just that we're walking away from what's hard, but we're not getting the skill, because the skill is what makes it work faster. The skill is what makes it work better. So, man, yeah, definitely. It's what I try to get people to understand when it comes to finances is this doesn't have to be a 30-year never went on vacation, never went, because I in my coaching, I tell people you can pay bills, be responsible, and enjoy a little bit, but that's based upon your income. So if your income is low, your enjoyment should be really low. And if your income is higher, your enjoyment can go up. But you shouldn't make $150,000 a year trying to play the enjoyment game of 1.5 million. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. You don't have the money for that, and you don't have the skill. Yes, Gigi, wish for more skill.
Absolutely, man. It's fun making money. Absolutely. Alfred said, can you find balance between power, wisdom, and courage? Sure. Sure, you can find balance, right? I think the balance comes in the Lord, help me to give me the wisdom to accept the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference, right, between those things. But yeah, I think you can. Can you? You're asking, can I? Yeah, I can. Can you? But yeah, yeah, it's definitely possible to have balance between all those things. But there are times in life where you're going to need more of one thing than the other, right? There are times in your life you're going to need more courage. And that's okay. That's part of the balance game. So, you know, there's times in your life you need more power. There's definitely plenty of times in your life you need more wisdom.
That's why wisdom is still the principal thing.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Hey, my thing is, how smart is your smartphone? And people spend thousands of dollars and under their phones, and some still living paycheck to paycheck, but they will pay that cell phone bill, right? Got smartphones, not doing anything smart with it. And you haven't learned how to turn your phone into an ATM. Like, these are things that we teach at Better Life Institute. These are things that we teach in the Black Billionaires Club, but, you know, some people just choose not to join. And I don't know what to say. I mean, it is what it is. They join, they intend to join, they think about it, but then as soon as they get off the show, life hits them, and they forget about all the things that they said that they were going to do.
Because they didn't write them down.
Man, oh man, wish for more skill. So it's fun. It's fun making money. It's fun pursuing, right, happiness. If that's what we're pursuing, I guess. You wouldn't use that term, although I don't think you need to pursue happiness. But Jim Rome also said this, because you got one of my other mentors. He said success is not something that you pursue. Money is not something that you pursue. Mm-hmm. It's something that you attract by becoming a more valuable person. Now, here's my question to the audience. You know, is it possible, and I ask this in the comments below, is it possible for you to get 1% better today? That you can do better, you can do 1% better today than you did yesterday. Is it possible for you to do that? Answer that in the comments below. Is it possible for you to do or to become 1% better today than you were yesterday? You found something in that you said, I could have done that, but I didn't quite finish that. Oh, whatever the case may be. Is it possible for you to get 1% better today than you was yesterday? Is that possible? Right? Answer that in the comments below. He said, for me to achieve my goals, I just trying to be a copycat, copying the right cat. Absolutely. If you are a great student, you become an excellent teacher. But you got to go through the student-teacher process first. Be a good follower, right? Be a good follower, right? Yes, you can get 1% better. So we can agree to say, hey, yes, I can get 1% better today. Well, then I could probably get 1% better tomorrow, and then 1% better the next day. And if I just do that all year long, that would make me 365% better. And that also means that I will be more valuable. And if I'm more valuable, then there's no way in the world the universe can keep more money from coming into me. Because if I learn how to serve more people better, right, serve more and do it better, then I command the universe to respond in kind, because to whom much is given, much more is required. And if you do something with what you've been given, God says, I'll give you more.
Man, so that's one of the favorite sayings that Jesus talked about. He says, if you are faithful over a few, I will make you ruler over the many. And sometimes I get a little distraught because we only break that down to money. In the context of wealth, he says, if you are faithful over a few things that make you money, you didn't quit on them, you didn't stop, you kept getting better, you kept investing, I will make you ruler over the many. So instead of 2 income streams that produce real good, ruler becomes somebody with 5 income streams. And because you got better again, now you have 7 income streams, and they all produce, which gets you to the point where you're on the path for the Black Billionaires Club. But we forget It's not just $2. No, it could be two things making you money.
Man, oh man. All right, let me get back to you. Look a little bit more at the stock market. This was just very. I'm no longer amazed. I'm just saying, wow, how do you go from negative 37 to $16 in 12 hours? Ain't nothing much change. That's what I'm saying, man. It's this game, and I don't care which part of the game you in. You could be in real estate, you could be in the stock market, you could be in Forex. I don't care. This game of money is, once you start leveling up in knowledge, it also says with much knowledge there comes vexation. With much knowledge, vexation, I believe, is anger and sadness kind of put together. You get pissed off. You be like, did they just punk me? And that's what happened last night, guys. They simply just punked us. And they're not just black folk. They just punked the American people or American investors or the American non-investors. Just got punked. Whew. Okay, now let's take a look, see what's going on. Do I got to pull it up? Did I pull it up? No, I didn't pull it up. All right, here we go. Let's get going. News that you can use, guys. Take a look what's going on. Oil prices turn negative. Hundreds of oil companies could go up bankrupt. Well, guess what, guys? There's some oil companies that won't go bankrupt because they got big, deep pockets.
Yes, that old money.
I'm talking about 200-year-old money. They ain't going nowhere. They like, okay. And it's to the point now that they're paying 10, 11, 13% dividends so that you can get paid while you wait. And I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, get you some oil. Be like the black billionaires.
Yeah.
Listen a lot, and I don't hate on nobody, and go get the good credit and go get you some gold and all that stuff. But I seem to be the only black man talking about oil, and it just seemed to be we got 6 billionaires out of the top 12 who own oil. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. And did you notice the oil price versus the gold price?
Yeah, we're gonna go back to that. We're gonna go back to that one. Let me get through these. Let me look at it. Yeah. Look at it. Millions of homeowners not delaying their mortgage payment. Virginia, Australia, which is an airline company by Richard Branson, looks like they're collapsing, right? Let's keep going. Sheryl Sandberg did something about coronavirus. Look at this. Jack Ma, the former CEO of Alibaba's donating millions of masks and test kits to who? The World Health Organization. So you got the President Trump saying, no more funding to who, but then you got Jack Ma and also Bill Gates over here with the World Health Organization. What the hell is going on over there? Who? Now look at this. America's black and Hispanic communities are bearing the brunt of the coronavirus crisis. Yes. They're still pushing the agenda to the black and Hispanics, and guess what just happened? Here in Georgia, we got damn Kemp DeSimp is opening up massage parlors, opening up tattoo parlors, opening up the barbershops, opening up the movie theater where predominantly you got blacks and Hispanics. Come on, man. We got to be smarter than this. We got to be smarter than this.
We have been the ostrich, brother. We got our heads down, and unfortunately, your ass is up. But because we watch this. I tell the story of my dad and I playing video games. My dad, we used to murder my dad on his video games, and my dad would always complain that the computer knew who we were, so we switched controllers. My dad made up this conspiracy theorist that the game was helping us to beat him. But the real problem with my dad was he never, ever read the manual. And no matter what game you play, there is always a manual. I was looking for one because the manual for life is not one specific book. There are multiple books that give you information. But my dad was so busy complaining about him losing that he never learned how to play the game, which made him lose. That's what we do, brother.
So what in the United States? Because most of us are probably in the United States, and I'm not going to assume everybody. And even if it's just even out of the United States, across the globe, across the whole world, right? What game is being played, right? Why are they opening up this stuff? Because of money. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about your life. They care about continuing to move the money around. If we don't see that, and we had a lady that's on just crying, talking about she is a healthcare worker, like, what the hell is going on? Why are they doing this? We ain't even flattened the curve yet. It's about money. It's about money.
In a capitalistic country, the game is capital. In a socialist country, the game is society. But behind it all, the undercurrent is still going to be money. No matter what we try to say, what we try to do, that's the name of the game.
Now, Thomas, you brought up ExxonMobil. I'll take a look at that in just a second. He said gold is just too expensive. Somebody's, okay, we got a smart brother, silky black brother, sister. I'm not quite sure. Right? Mike, right, don't participate. Okay. Right. So let's keep going. All right. So look at this. They're pushing the agenda through the media that they control, that they own, that they can put any articles and stuff that they want out. We got to be smarter than to say, you know what? I'm going to listen to what they say when they don't have our best interest in heart.
Not at all.
Okay? Got to be smarter than this. Let's keep going. Now, NASDAQ, Dow, S&P. What I'm trying to help us to understand is to learn how to play the game. Learn how to play the game. And I don't care if it's real estate, Bitcoin, I don't care. Learn how to play the game.
Yes, sir.
So the Dow was down 2%, NASDAQ down 1%, S&P down. That's not big moves at all. Not big moves at all. DuPont, Tyson Food was up, right? We still have negatives going on here. Still got some fear in the market, right? But as you said, man, look at this. Oil, now it's at 1638. It's at negative 37.
Mm-hmm.
Gold is at 1700, which like Sidney Black said, that seemed a little bit too expensive. So which one should you be buying if you understand the philosophy of buy low, sell high? The simplest investing philosophy there is. Now y'all can get into all that complicated stuff, and y'all can try to because we just love the risky. We love risky stuff. I want the fast money. I want to trade and do all that stuff if you want to. I'm just simply saying the tortoise beats the hare every time.
People don't understand why that's true.
Why is that true, brother? Brother, please break that down for us.
If you go to YouTube and look up the tortoise versus the hare video, the tortoise is consistent, the tortoise is focused, and the tortoise is going to keep going. The hare is the idea of the month person. The rabbit is something moved, let me go look. And the rabbit, even though it can move faster than the tortoise, because it never has a focus, because it never is aware of the destination, it is only dealing with what's in front of it, it never makes progress. So 1 step forward, 3 to the side. 2 steps back, 4 steps up. 3 steps over, 1 step back. It's never making progress, but it's moving. And many of us, even still here this morning, we've got to keep fighting the fight that says, oops, I ain't move fast enough. Oops, I can't take days off. Yeah, that's how the tortoise beats the hare.
What I'm trying to do now, guys, I'm trying to pull up this chart to look at oil and gold. Maybe I can do it this way. Is this going to pop up? Okay, I'll look at gold. Okay, I'll look at gold. I'm trying to get the oil. So right here, I'm on macro trends. Okay, macro trends where you can take a look at energy, precious metals. Take a look at gold. Right. So gold price right now. As he said, I think that was a silky black. Right. Here we have gold prices. Right. Gold prices. Back in 2015, if we're taking a look at the past. I don't know how long this is. It's going back to 2012, at least 20 years, right? It got all the way down to about 1,000, right? The highest it's been over the past 20 years is right about 1,700. So it's approaching its highs. Why would we be buying gold right now when it's approaching its highs? That's not buying low. That's not buying low. But yet you have these dimwits who will continue to convince you that you need to be buying gold right now. But we're not talking about this. Well, what about the price of gold? Well, you just need to store up some gold. Just store up some gold. That's, you know what I'm saying? And they, for some reason, they keep thinking that we're going back to bedrock. We're not. They just printed $3.4 trillion out of thin air. Y'all think we're going back to the gold standard? I'm not saying that gold isn't valuable. I'm saying a lot of things are valuable. But based upon the value, I look at not only the value of something, I look at the cost of something.
Yes, sir. And what can I get now?
That's still valuable, but doesn't cost so much.
Right.
So let's take a look here. Maybe this one will pop up. Man, they messing with me with these. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me try another round. Let's see here. Here we go. It's going to work. All right, look at this. Let's see if I can find crude. Look at this. Crude, 52-week range of crude oil is at 1876, right? Heating oil is at 90 cents. They're all in their lows. Brent crude oil, 24.54, right? You see all this stuff, man. This is they're lows. Now there could be a debate upon how valuable oil is versus gold. I mean, they're still natural resources,
right?
And we still need oil to operate and to move around when everything opens back up and y'all start going out y'all vacation, going wherever y'all want to go. Because y'all got cabin fever. Y'all got to move around now. Y'all gonna get in the car. Y'all gonna drive around 285 just for the hell of it. I'm finally out. I'm free. Right? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes. Yes.
Talk to me, Brother Dre. Talk to me, brother. You know, we got 8 minutes left. Okay. So, am I putting something down that people can pick up?
Yeah, you are. So let me add some fuel to the fire. It is this understanding of economics that really goes to the other place that we hurt, which is politics. But the reason we hurt in politics is because we screw up economics, because they're the same. They're the same. They like this: power, politics, and money. And they just like this. They just like this. They just like this. It's not this great separating. And sometimes we black folks can't get past our little morals. Ooh, Jesus gonna kill me. No, shut up. Learn how to play the game. That's part of the programming, so you don't play the game. I'm sorry, that slipped out. Yeah, you dropping some stuff, brother. You dropping some stuff.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. For Loki, you mentioned Chevron. Thomas, you mentioned Exxon. Then you mentioned copper. See, Loki, you got a special. You have some special knowledge as to copper, and I know you deal with copper in some type of way, and you find it valuable. I'll do my best to break it down, but you will do a better job of breaking down copper than me, because I don't know. I ain't in that field, but I'll look at it. I mean, we'll see what we can find out and uncover. That's just what it is. So here's the deal. Tonight, okay, 8 o'clock tonight, we're just going to go through this stuff. I'm going to go through both of those companies and try to look at copper for the people. Another free financial education. But, hey, even if it's free, if you don't show up, you don't get it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. So I'll do it tonight. I think I got an open mic night. And normally I'm going to do it on Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesday. We've got other classes going on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We got the e-commerce class on Wednesday. We got the podcasting class on Thursday. And then we got my brother, Prince Dyson, will come teach us about E-Trade on Friday. So that leaves me with tonight, Tuesday night, to be able to get with y'all and go through this stuff so y'all can see. You want to look at Chevron? We'll look at it tonight. You want to look at Exxon, which is, matter of fact, I'm gonna wait because I really want to look at Exxon right now. I really want to see what that. Let me look and see what that dividend is. I'm just curious. I'm just really curious at this point what that dividend is for ExxonMobil, because, whew, Lord. Okay, I'm gonna go over here real quick. ExxonMobil. All right, real quick. I'm just gonna take a look and see what this dividend is, because this has got to be over 10% right now. It's got to be. Okay. I'm coming over here to say investor relations. I'm just going to see what's going on with ExxonMobil. I don't care nothing about all that stuff they put in there. What I do know, they still paying. Come over here to investor relations, right? This is the only place I'll be looking at.
Yes, sir.
Come down here to, I'm over in restorations, scroll down, dividend information. All right. They just paid out 87 cents per share. All right, so we're going to take that 87 cents, multiply times 4, $3.48. We're going to take $3.48, and we're going to divide that by 41.18. Oh, Lord. Divide that by 41.18. Multiply times. Okay. 8.45% dividend. 8.45% dividend. To get paid back, that's cash back. Everybody put accounts on cash back. That's cash back from the company saying, hey, thanks so much for investing with us. We're going to give you 8.45% back of what you've invested in us every year that you stay invested with us. And that could go up, right, based upon the price of the stock. And so that means that even if Chevron don't do nothing, stay at $41 for the rest of the year, you still get 8%.
Right. Wow.
And Chevron just happened to be the largest oil company in the world. They ain't going nowhere. Chevron is number 2. Exxon is number 1. They ain't going nowhere. I mean, all the little Valeros or all the little whatevers, yeah, I don't know, all these little ones you ain't never Circle K, I don't know. They might not last, but Exxon ain't going nowhere. All right. Yeah. So we'll look at this stuff tonight.
I love it, brother.
We'll look at this stuff tonight, man. Dr. Elijah, man, I know, you got to come back next Tuesday, man. We might make this. You might well come back next Tuesday as well. We're going to start to end this show out, man. If you could, man, just, again, just get something for the people, man. Encourage the people, man. I'm not mad at the people. I'm just frustrated to the point where it makes me want to do more. Like, okay, I'm the type of guy that when I get this type of energy, it's like, y'all, you ain't winning today. That's how, not on my watch. That's how I operate. Not on my watch.
Yeah.
What you gotta say to the people, man, before we close the show out?
Every little kid, when they go in the kitchen, they want to touch the stove. And no matter how much we as adults say, no, it's hot, they never, ever get it. And so every adult, for the most part, will turn their head and do something. And all of a sudden you're going to hear, ah! What I love is that the little kid will never again touch that stove. My challenge is for us to not be that little kid. Because many times we have our hands on the stove of frustration. We've got our hands on the stove of, I just don't know. We've got our hands on the stove of victimhood. And all I'm saying is that once you realize you're frustrated, once you realize you've been a victim, once you realize I don't have to stay where I am, all I need you to do is, like the kid, take your hand off of that stove, because I don't know why we adults like pain, but take your hand off the stove. Take what Evan is giving. He has messed me up in a good way this morning, because that's how we work together. Synergy is you and I together so we can do better.
You and I together so we can do better by putting on so we can do better, right? Right? You start moving from just I can do better to we can do better, because you realize you need your brother and your sister in these areas that I can't study it all, right? Like I need the Lokis because he's going to give me some insight on copper. I'm like, oh, yeah, now let's make it sense. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get from I to we and you realize, man, 2 heads are better than 1, but what about 200 heads? Oh my goodness, are much better than 2. We learn how to work together, man. We can win. It's absolutely possible. We can win. And not only can we win,
we will.
We will win.
Yeah.
This is the New Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show. I want to say thanks so much to our brother Elijah for coming on out and being with us. Hopefully he'll have time to be with us next Tuesday. We just keep this thing going because we are educating the people, man. Free financial education. Free financial education. Make sure you like. Make sure you share if you care. Make sure you like. Make sure you share if you care. We no longer complain about what's not being done for us when we actually have people that are doing it. All we got to do is show up. I want you guys to remember this, man, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need.
Yes, sir.
And thank God that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.